That here. Got that. Got that here. Got this here. Got to share my screen. And turn on the video camera. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and good morning, everybody. Hopefully, you guys could hear me and see me okay. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Whew, what a week it's been. It's been a week of staying out of the markets. That's what it's. Hey, Brian, good morning. Ivano, another Brian. Good morning, Brian, and thank you, thank you, thank you. It looks like we're going to be able to have the trading view for the Alpha Zone Pro. Thanks to you. I appreciate it more than you can imagine, Brian. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you. Folks, big, big clap for Brian for saving the day. Arnulfo, Glenn, and Brian, I got to send you the code for the relative strength for the Pro Trader dashboard. I'll send it to you today if I remember. It's been a crazy day yesterday, but I'll get it to you. Infinitely, Arnulfo, Glenn, Wayne, W. Wong, Murray, good morning. Piet de Brock from Netherlands, Eagle Beagle. Good morning, Eagle Beagle. Vernon, Tom, Beamclay, Diana, Murray, Eduardo, David, Richard. Good morning, Richard. Sassy Trainers in the house. Harry, Bill, Tony, William. Let's see, we got here. They're going by too fast. Genevieve, Art, Keyhawk fan, Ray, good morning, Ray. Cam, good morning. Dr. Serena, happy Friday to you. Scorpio West, ooh, that's a new one. Dave, Nigel, William, good morning, William. I hope you're doing well. I hope the weather is nice. It's always nice in South Florida. I'm jealous a little bit. Samson, Walter, I got to come out and visit. I'm going to come out in the next month or two, and I'll give you heads up. I do want to hang out with you a little bit. Walter, Stan, Roddy. Good morning, Roddy. I haven't seen you in a while. Mark, Tim, Henry, Dana, Harold, Richard. Yeah, thank God the week is over. For some, not for me, but for some. Jeff, good morning. L. Sipnick, Robert, Stacy, Dave, Jill. Doing the red carpet on a day I'm visiting college for my daughter. Oh, all good. Don't worry about it, Richard. Don't worry about it. You won't miss out. Creo, Don, Carrie, David, Illinois grain farmer, Ronaldo, Dave, Robert, Steve. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We'll be starting in just a few minutes. I have a lot to talk to you guys about. Have a lot to discuss. So a lot of folks, first thing, I know that a lot of you remember the first thing that I say and the last thing that I say. So the first thing I want to tell you is the market is up right now, okay? The market is definitely up right now. Please, 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 do not fall for these rallies, okay? Do not fall for these rallies, and I'll explain to you why. You got to be very, very vigilant. One thing I will tell you, okay, and this is actually a statistical fact, okay? I want to show you guys something. This is why you come here. I'll make your trip here worth it within the first 5 minutes. Look, I'm going to show you something. It's a little trick I've learned back in the day. Here, I want to show you guys something. See the 8-day EMA, right? Hey, Steve. Hey, Dr. Serena. Hey, look, Penny, how are you? Sorry, Ali, Scott, Peter, Penny, Robert, Steve, Robert, Flying Rodent, Scotty. I want to show you guys something. How many days has the SPY closed below the 8-day EMA? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it closed below the 8-day EMA here too. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 times. I want you guys to do something today if you have free time. I want you to count how many times in history the market closed below the 8-day EMA with the next rally up being a reversal. You know how many times it's happened? Less than 5% of the time. I'm going to repeat this again so you guys understand why you guys come here. You guys come here. Hey, Peter, Rich, Randy, is this interesting to you guys? Is this something interesting to you? I'm just giving you a statistical fact, and you can go back and you can test it out for yourself. But anytime you have the S&P 500 close below the 8-day EMA 14 times or over, the odds that the rally to the 8-day EMA is a reversal is less than 5%. 5%. Didn't close out long. I mean, contract yesterday and woke up. Nice. Good for you, Rich. All right. So again, statistically speaking, when the S&P closes below this line 14 times, the odds of it being a reversal, not a pullback, a reversal is less than 5%. Okay? So I know that you guys, like, I talk a lot, and I know that some of you tune out. So I wanted to say this right away before you get too excited, okay? But you have to grow your own common sense. Got Ross on. He teaches, but yes, definitely, infinitely, definitely. Ross is more of like micro day trader on. He's kind of like in his own little world, you know. This is more of the big world and how it impacts everything. Yes. Good morning, Eagle Beagle. So again, we're going to have a pullback to the upside today. Please don't fall for a banana in the tailpipe. We have not had a capitulation. In order for us to have a shakeout, you have to have a capitulation. It has not happened yet. Therefore, the odd of this bar and what you're seeing today, the odds of it being a pullback and simply a pullback to the upside are very, very, very high. Hyperscalper. Happy birthday, Rochelle, and I hope Leon is okay. I hope Leon is doing well. Yeah, sorry, I got, and I want to apologize. I got really worked up yesterday in the in the VIP room. I was really trying to teach something, and somebody was literally trolling me for like the second day already, and I had enough of it. But I apologize. I usually don't lose my cool. So let's start in the beginning. The market is up. The fact that the Nasdaq and the Dow is up both a good amount like this is very, very good. But one of the biggest reasons why the market is up like this is because of the averted government shutdown. Okay. Okay. And that's not what, remember what I always tell you guys. What do I always tell you guys? And today is actually the perfect example to show you this. Okay. I always teach you, I always has to break. I'll talk about the levels, Eagle Beagle. I'll get into it. I just wanted to start off with something hot before you guys got all excited about the market. And I don't mean to be a wet blanket. I just want to be honest with you guys about the market. One thing about this thing is we have to be honest. If we can't be honest with each other, what do we have, right? Yeah, happy birthday, Rochelle. All the best to you. I know you're only going to be 21 years old. So I don't want you drinking today. Don't drink and drive, Rochelle, on your 21st birthday. I don't think so, Mark. I don't think Putin agreed to anything. So the reason this is up this much is because of the averted government shutdown. Earnings are not good. This is what's causing this. Now, I'm going to show you guys how, by knowing that what the catalyst is, what the troublemaker is, you can see right past this. Remember what I always told you. Always look for what the catalyst is. If you can't identify the catalyst, you will never know if the trouble is behind us or not. Right? Right? I'm late for 2 years. Okay, so it's your 23rd birthday. Sorry, Rochelle, 23rd birthday. So my point here is very, very simple. What's causing the market to go down the last several days? Uncertainty over tariffs, right? Has that been resolved? Therefore, the catalyst is still intact. Do you understand what I just did? See, the market's up, but if you don't know what's driving price, you will never ever be able to gauge if what you're looking for is behind us or over. Have we made any progress on tariffs? No. What's been driving the market down? Tariffs. See the problem? Always, always, always analyze the market this way. As below the three on the daily. I don't look at Fibonacci, Jeff. I've never looked at Fibonacci. All right. So let's look at the news and let's see if we can get some clarity. What's the headline? What's the headline, guys? Before we even read anything, what's the headline? Does it say stock index climb as there's a ceasefire? Nope, nothing. Optimism over the likely aversion of a U.S. government shutdown boosted sentiment. Period. Headline: shutdown risks eases. Shutdown risk eases. Do you see anything here about the war? Do you see anything here about the war? One word. Is there one word about the war there? No. Nope. That's why you need to know who's the sneaky rascal, who's causing the trouble. If you can't figure out who the sneaky rascal is, you will never be able to gauge price. Nah, Tiago, I think Rochelle has you beat by a year. A day. Let's continue. So very clearly, and that is why the market is up today. It's not because it's nothing to do with the war. Adobe plunged 13%, not good for technology. Magnificent Seven, and they downbeat guidance. Guidance. All the big companies are giving lower guidance, folks. Lower guidance. All the big companies have given lower guidance. That's like the worst thing that can happen. Okay. Yep, Chucky folded. That's right. It's okay, Keong. It's all good. By the way, let me give you guys some links. Now, don't tell anyone this. This is just our little secret. The company wants to officially launch my new product on Tuesday or Wednesday next week, but I'm an eager beaver. I don't want you guys waiting that long, so I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to do it at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Then I have my VIP room at noon today, and I'll be talking up a lot of stuff. Good, Rochelle. Good. And I hope coming here helps. And let me give you a link for Customer Service Live. So you guys can go to the Cam and Gustavo show. What's on the agenda today, Cam? Tell us what's on the agenda today. All right, let's continue. So Magnificent Seven is not looking good. Adobe plunged, not looking good. Intel got a new CEO. Hopefully this guy will do better job in Intel than the last guy. Core PPI came out better than expected. They at 3.4 versus 3.6. We got a little thing there. If reciprocal tariffs are opposing countries' policy towards the U.S., then wouldn't they be predictable and not have Vertuvian? Yes, when you see Vertuvian, let me explain to you. I want to explain to you something. Let me explain. 20%, 100%, 300%, no tariffs, 50%, 300%, no, 20%, no, 5%, no, 2%. Now do you understand the problem, Vertuvian? It's not about the tariffs. How many times have I told you guys, I really don't care what happens. I just want it to happen so that the market can start up. You guys I'm still getting the same question. This is the second. You're not the only one, Vertuvian. So I guess people are not getting it. It's not what happens. It's that it happens. Do you guys understand what I just said? It's not what happens, it's that it happens. Do you understand, Vertuvian, what I just said? Thank you. Yes, yes. It's not, oh, the market is. Somebody said to me yesterday, oh, eventually we're going to get used to all of this. No, we're not going to get used to any of this. The only way we're going to get used to something is after we have certainty, then we can get used to it. Vertuvian, let me give you an example. Your boss comes to you. You're gonna earn 100,000 next year. No, you're gonna earn 20,000 next year. No, you're gonna earn 50,000 next year. No, I'm gonna give you 10,000. Do you understand what the problem is, Vertuvian? If you don't understand now, I can't explain it any other way. Good. Now I'm glad we're on the same page. Good. Market internals. I was bragging about this tool yesterday when I was sharing yesterday at Zero DTE, evident potential. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate it. The market needs certainty. You see, a lot of times you guys get upset because I don't agree with your position. But you know what my position always is? Certainty. How many times have I said I don't really care what happens? Trump does this, Trump does that. I don't care. I don't really care. I'm not really that political. I really don't care. So I want certainty, certainty. I want whatever is going to happen so we can get past it. That's what I'm saying. And I hope you all can understand that. Okay? The facts that are happening are less important to me than the certainty of the resolution. So if you guys haven't figured it out yet, that's what it is. Markets can't heal until you stop poking it with a pen. The uncertainty is poking it with a pen. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Unpredictability, not the actual event. Unpredictability. Okay? All right. Thursday's inflation data is backwards looking, and the real worry is inflationary effects that may come from tariffs. Gee, who's this guy? He's a fund manager from Bay Wealth Management. I think I just said this. Who was it that said it's the war? No, it's the tariffs. Now, I've been saying this since the day Trump has been elected. You guys were really mean to me about it 2 months ago. Now you guys have finally figured it out that maybe I wasn't wrong. Just go with me on this. Trust me, I've been doing this long enough. Consumer sentiment is coming out today. This may have a very, very minor impact. I think sentiment is going to be very negative in light of everything. Thank you, Dr. Serena. Yes, certainty. Yes, yes. All right. All right, let's continue. I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Marge, yeah, poking with a Sharpie, not a pen. Yeah, exactly. Certainty, no chaos. Markets can't handle chaos. Europe is giving us a little tailwind this morning, partially rebounding from recent losses. I like that. Benchmark is on track to end the week lower amid escalating global trade tension. Not the war. Notice we haven't read one thing about the war here, guys. Not one word about Putin or anybody else. Look at the headline. Shutdown risk eases. Doesn't solve our tariffs, does it? Which means what's causing the market to go up today is not what caused the market to go down. Which means today doesn't really solve our problem. It just puts a bandage on it for a couple hours. And that's how I want you to start looking at the market, like a movie. Like a movie. See, a lot of you are like, okay, what's happening today? That's driving them. It doesn't work that way. It's a constant movie. That's why I'm with you guys every day for 2 hours, so we can continue watching the movie. And we all need to watch the same movie. Okay? The same movie. So the variable are in the negotiations themselves because the reciprocations are dynamic. Everything is dynamic, Vertuvian, everything. We don't know anything. Yeah, we don't know anything. We still don't know anything. All right. So Europe is doing well, holding us up. China closed higher. I'll show you China in a minute. They're looking really good, actually. Consumer stocks led the gains on Friday. Bank stocks also advanced in China. in China, not in the US, in China. Japan index reversed earlier losses and closed higher, supported by US and gain futures. This is really good. We're getting some support. We're getting some support. The only thing earnings that came out good was Ulta. And today you've got a couple of stocks. I looked at them. I didn't even Lee. It's a car stock, and PBR. I think it's a utility stock. I don't know for sure. I'm guessing just by how boring the ticker symbol looks. Yes, yes, instability. Yes, instability. We have no instability. We have no stability right now. And you'll see that. You'll see how the consumer sentiment is going to be crap today. It's not going to be good because we have no stability right now. Let me ask you guys. Okay, so let me explain this to you guys as a layperson. Okay, every Friday at 4 o'clock. I have a stretching appointment, and I was bitching and moaning to the lady to the lady who stretches me last week, trying to explain this to her, and she didn't understand it. So I'm going to try to explain it to you in a way where you will understand it Okay, Blue Beer Company. Okay, good. So is it beer or is it gas? No, it's Mexican oil and gas. Okay. So I'm going to explain it to you exactly how I explained it to her. Okay, very, very simple. Let's say you run Hershey's. Okay, this is the example I gave her, Emily. I said, look, let's say you run Hershey's. Okay. And your job is to make chocolate bars. That's all you do. You make chocolate bars. And today the president comes out and says that cocoa is going to be tariffed 20%. And then next week he says cocoa is going to be tariffed 15%. And then next week he says it's going to be tariffed 100%. Your profit margin on cocoa is about 20%. Most businesses have a profit margin of about 20%. It's a huge company. It's Hershey's. I'm a CPA for the company. How am I going to make future earnings statements and projections for the company on that news? Can you explain that to me? Who was it? Who was it here? Tiago, can you explain to me? So they're going to come to me and they're going to say, okay, we need projections for the next quarter. We need to tell our investors if they're going to make money or not. And you know what I'm going to say as a CTA? Don't ask me. Go ask Trump what he's going to tariff people. I have no idea. Do you see the problem? Now, I just gave you a very, very small, like a little snippet of that problem. Imagine car makers with chips. Imagine aluminum makers. Imagine all the folks who have to order parts for next quarter and year. It's a cluster, F-U-C-K. You understand? It's a cluster. Yes, it's impossible to predict. So yes, you're missing info. Exactly. So when you're missing info, how do you run a business? How do you run the economy? And if what I'm saying is a little esoteric, and it's not, this is how I would speak to my daughter who's 12 years old. She would say, you're right, Daddy. I don't know. Either do I. And if you guys know, then that's great because I don't. That's the problem, the uncertainty. I don't really care I don't care what Trump does. I just want him to do it. That's all I'm saying. All right. So, bond market. What's the bond market doing? The bond market is not reacting, and the bond market is down almost a full basis point this morning. If we break this channel, yield is going to go higher. Can call Trump and explain it to him or someone. He has someone who's very, very smart. His name is Kevin Hassett. He's the senior financial economist and his advisor. He used to be my partner, Harley. The problem is Trump won't hear it. Kevin knows all this 10 times better than I do. Even more so, how do you price your products? Yeah, exactly. Listen to what Jeff just said. And I'm not talking about markets. I'm just talking common, simple business sense stuff. I'm talking about 1 + 1 = 2 kind of stuff here. We're not really talking about anything salacious here, like Elliott wave lines or pivot points. We're talking about just how does a CTA make a plan for his spending and buying when every other day our tariffs are this, I don't know. All right, enough of that. Bond market. If we break this level, folks, we have support. We have very good support here, but that would weaken the market. That would weaken the market. What about US dollar? What's the US dollar doing? Well, I'm not really seeing a huge. So after a move like this, after a big waterfall move like this, you're absolutely right, Jeff. After a big waterfall move like this, typically you see consolidation or you see a run back up. Now, the fact that price is still, notice something interesting here. Notice how price hasn't even been able to recover any fraction of this downside move. That's a consolidation, folks. That's not price rushing to get back to the 8-day EMA. That's price consolidating. And typically, after a price consolidates, after a big move like that, it has another big move. Now, if we start reversing, that'll be great, but I haven't seen any signs of that yet. Okay? If you're a good buyer, you have already hedged your major purchases for the year. What the hell? Boyd, how do you hedge your purchases for the year when price fluctuates and what you're saying doesn't make any. All right, I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna. I think everybody understands my point. If you guys are gonna argue with me and tell me that tariffs don't mess with uncertainty, then we have nothing to talk about. All right, so consolidation. We're consolidating. The U.S. dollar being this low is not good, and that undermines U.S. stability. This is not good. Okay, the fact that gold continues to make new fresh highs is a very, very bad sign for stability. Very, very bad sign for stability. Yeah, right, exactly, Stacy. You can't change your prices every year. Yes, Boyd. Yes, Boyd, use commodities for hedging, but how do you overcome the uncertainty of not knowing what your profit margin is going to be because it's eaten into every 5 minutes because of different margins? Boyd, I don't think you understand. You can't hedge you can't hedge uncertainty. All right. I don't want to argue, folks. If you want to argue about like real simple economics 101, you could do that somewhere else. It's beyond my pay grade. All right. China. China made a swing high. When China makes a swing high, folks, and the US dollar is down here, do you know what that means? That's an oy vey moment, if you understand Yiddish, okay? That's oh shit. That's what that means, all right? That's very, very bad. China is getting strength, and the US dollar is getting weaker. That's not good for the economy. Crude oil. Crude oil is doing very, very, very little. Yeah, I don't know, Tiago. I don't know, and I really don't care. But he has people around him who know this stuff 100 times better than I could ever begin to know this stuff. The people that work with him have written 30 books on these topics over the last 30 years. That doesn't mean he's going to listen to them. And it doesn't mean they're going to tell him the truth either. Yes, Art, they are. Some are. Walmart negotiating with China now about the tariffs and having them pay some. Walmart is beast and they are down because of uncertainty, can't forecast. Yeah, I know that, Stacy. Tell that to the only guy here who's arguing with me, Boyd. No, you can't hedge you can't hedge with tariffs because hedging yourself will not tell you what your profit margin is going to be, Boyd, unless you can predict the future. Okay, and that's a mathematical certainty. All right, let's talk about the stock market. But at least we're having good topics, and at least we're on the topics, folks. If we're going to stay on the topic and not talk about some crazy stuff, I'll entertain you. I'm good with that. I'm good with all of that. Penny says Market Basket grocery store contracted for eggs a year in advance. So their stores are really low compared to their other stores, but there are no tariffs on domestic products. Of course. Exactly, Penny. Exactly. Listen to Penny. She used to teach what I'm doing right now for a living. So volatility hasn't broken the low, but I'm encouraged by the fact that we broke down yesterday in volatility. That is encouraging. That is encouraging. I like that. Now, what do I not like? Well, let's start talking about some really bad stuff, okay? Hey, Regendron, do you recommend when the market goes up? I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. That's right, Jeff. Moving target. Exactly. You can't hedge a moving target, Boyd. Can hedge lumber and aluminum and other things. Trump is no, you can't, Boyd, because the company selling aluminum won't know how to predict their profit margin. I keep explaining that, Boyd. If you don't understand that, that's okay. He, I just want to point out, Boyd, there's 493 people, and you're the only one who seems not to get it. So usually, when everybody's telling you something, and one person doesn't get it, usually that person should think about what they're saying. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. 90-day lows, folks. We broke the low yesterday. Look, we thought we were going down, right? We were at 270. We ended at 658. And 658 is a higher number than we had over here, 611. So we started the week with 611. We cooled off a little bit, 447, 270, but then we're back at 658. And 658 broke a low right there. All right. All right, Boyd. You're the only one. Congratulations. You're the only one. Nobody else in the world can do it, but you've done it. All right. Be careful, folks. This is a consolidation. This is a consolidation. This is a consolidation. What about stocks that are breaking out? Let's move. Utilities, energy, not good. But guess what? Something happened yesterday. Something happened. Semiconductors started to rally. Russell 2000 started to rally. Mid cap started to rally. Hey, this is good. This is good. That's the first time that's happened in a while. Look at yesterday. Energy utilities, we were all over here. Today, we have some semiconductors, Russell 2000, technology. It's starting to come up a little bit. Let's look at the charts. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah, of course, Dave. Of course. All right. Look where the S&P 500 is. Now let's look at SMH. SMH is above the 8-day EMA. This is very positive. The question is it going to remain above the 8-day EMA? And here's the other problem. We're still in a pretty strong downtrend. So I really want to see this continue moving up. Now, here's the problem. We can go all the way up to here and still come off. So there's a huge level here, and there's no trend. So when you don't have a trend and you come back up here to the base, you can come right back down. The point is, we're not going to know whether we're bullish or not on semiconductors till we at least come to the 245 level. Kevin says selling futures doesn't change the price to the buyer. Fluctuation tariffs are totally unpredictable. Price will change and the buyers can't predict the cost. Yes, that's exactly what Kevin just said. Thought a rally had started and the Trump started talking. Trump out, Trump talking is bad that Powell talking only worse because it's ad hoc. Exactly, Jeff. All right. All right. So I like semiconductors. And I like how we took out the high this morning. What I want to see is I want to see this continue moving higher. Okay. I want to see volatility. Moving lower. Okay. DJ, Boyd isn't the only one. Just accept his point of view. I can't accept the point of view of something that has a mathematical equation. Okay, I'll accept the fact that 1 + 2 = 3. All right, DJ, I'll accept that. You understand math doesn't have opinions. Math has facts. This is not an opinion. We're talking about math. It's simple math. You see, I love opinions, but there's no such thing as opinions when it comes to math. You capiche, DJ? Math. Math doesn't have opinions. Math has certainties. All right. So the fact that utilities and energy are both up is not really great for interest rates. Okay? Not really great for interest rates. The fact that Bitcoin is not rallying with semiconductors is not a good sign for technology. Let me look at mega caps now. Right here. Magnificent 7, still below the 8-day EMA and below the 200-day moving average. Yeah, exactly, William. All right, right here, below the 200-day moving average. Now, what about some stocks like, for example, what about large caps? What are they doing? Let's take a quick look. Let's look at the Dow. Below the 200, absolutely no pullback, only up 60.66. So, what is it with SMH that's causing the upside today? Is it Nvidia again? Let's see, 183. Let's look at Nvidia. 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 This is the culprit right here. This is the culprit right here. Right here. Right here. See that? Right there. So hopefully we'll get there, but we have to get past the 200-day moving average. And we're going to be watching Nvidia very, very close today because Nvidia is what's sparking this rally very, very clearly. So at least we've identified what's really, really what's really the mover here. Right here. Right there. Keep an eye on this because even if we move back up here, even if we move back right up here, we're still in a downtrend. We're still in a downtrend. Okay? We're still in a downtrend. All right? Very, very important to know that. So keep an eye on this sector today. Keep an eye on NVIDIA. Keep an eye on SMH. And the levels that you want to keep an eye on, the levels that you want to keep an eye on is the 8-day EMA. Russell 2000. Let's take a quick look at Russell 2000. No reprieve whatsoever. No reprieve whatsoever. Interest rate sensitive stocks in the toilet. Okay. Yeah, nothing changed fundamentally. But I'm explaining to you what's really driving the market. Look at here. IWM up only 111%. QQQ right here. Not really, only up 136. But SMH is up 1.84. So we could see very, very clearly that there's a imbalance in the semiconductors to the upside right now at the expense of everything else. You will also notice that if you look at the QQQ, notice we haven't taken out the high here. We haven't taken the high here. Okay. You said NVIDIA got upgrades yesterday. It wasn't in my report this morning. Usually if NVIDIA gets upgraded, I will have a report on it. Didn't see that, but not saying it didn't happen. Just I usually would see that. All right. We got to take out the high. If we haven't taken out the high, that's what you want to look at for today on the QQQ. You want to see if we can take out this high. And then the next level will be the 8-day EMA. Let's look at RSP here. RSP also hasn't taken out the high. The high is going to be the first thing we want to take out today. All right. And on the SPY, that high is about 559.14. Still haven't taken it out this morning. So what we want to see this morning in the first hour of the day is we want to see upside. We want to see upside taken out, and we want market to defend that level. AVGO, I was thinking about AVGO. Let's see if it's up today or how much it's up today. Yep, yep. Definitely. There's definitely the runner for this morning is definitely chips. Definitely chips. Definitely chips. That's what we're going to be focused on today. Now, I want to take a look at something else real quick. I want to take a look at airlines real quick. No, no. Let's see jets. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Do you guys know why airlines and are down this much, guys? Does anybody know why airlines are down? With energy prices with energy prices going down? Energy prices going down is good for airline stocks. Does anybody understand why airlines are going down right now? Besides the fact that we could possibly be having a slowdown in the economy. Let's see if you guys could figure out why airline stocks are going down right now. How about cruise ships? In the same boat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uncertainty, guys. Uncertainty. Business uncertainty. Same reason. Business uncertainty. Uncertainty. I like that, RJ. Uncertainty. 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 Yeah, uncertainty. All right. So please don't buy consumer shipping stocks, travel stocks, consumer retail stocks. Please don't. This is not the time to be doing that. This is not a time to be bottom picking uh, uh, these type of stocks. Now let's look at a couple of real important sectors right now, like financials. We need to see what financials are doing. What do I always tell you? You can't have a real rally without financials being involved. It's very, very hard to have a rally without a real rally without financials being involved. And notice when the market really started selling off, right around this area right here. Financials are only up 0.97 right now. They're not really doing that well. And again, we're still inside this range right here. We're still in this range. XLK still in this range. So, based on what I'm seeing today, based on what I'm seeing in the market, yeah, fear of outlook. Exactly. That's exactly right. Um, so, what do I believe the market is going to do today? What do I believe the market's going to do today? I think the market's going to try to look like it's trying to turn around. It's going to create a pivot. It may even take out the high. My concern is not really today. My concern is over the next 72 hours. And remember, we can even here you had an update, here you had an update, here you had an update. But generally speaking, when you had over 40 over 3 weeks, 3 weeks is or excuse me, two trading weeks, 14 days, 14 direct days of being below the 8-day EMA or the 5-day EMA. The odds are that any pullback is there's the chances of this being a reversal is 5% or less. Okay. 5% or less. I'll talk about cryptos in a minute. That's actually what I wanted to talk about next. We need a capitulation. So Bitcoin is just bouncing off the 200-day moving average right here. Okay. It's consolidating. What I do like is the fact that it looks like it wants to go into this gap, but it needs to overcome the 8-day EMA. And it's up 4% today, which is quite a bit, but crypto doesn't have huge exposure in the stock market. That's more of like a crypto exposure. So I can't really say this is moving stocks that much this morning because I mean, the market cap of GBTC is not that high. All right. Mitsuho upgraded NVIDIA. Still a big pocket of puts. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And folks, if you haven't given a thumbs up yet, here's the button. Please do. We have about 550 people in the room. I'll give myself a thumbs up. Yeah, they have a product conference next week, right? Right. That I'm aware of. So again, be cautious around these levels. Be cautious around these levels. QQQE. Let's see what we got there. Yeah, not good at all. Look at this. Folks, don't be a bottom picker. Don't be a bottom picker. You're better off waiting for the market to go to the 8-day EMA and selling this rally. Yeah. Be careful. Be very, 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 very careful here. Be very, very, very careful here. All right. Also, by the way, I forgot to mention, in my VIP room today, I will be talking about one second. Yeah, today I'm going to be talking about zero DT options. I'm going to be showing off the new indicator with a red carpet on Friday. Tomorrow. Let me give that to you right here. I'm not done yet, David. And let me give you my VIP room link for noon today. And let me give you Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. There you go. Perfect. All right. So, most likely scenario, before I go into the stocks, let me give you most likely scenario. This is what I want you guys to look at today very carefully. I want you to look at volatility index and see if it can break this level right here. 2330. I want to see if it can break that level, okay? Hasn't broken that level yet. We want to see volatility can come down today. We also want to keep an eye on the bond market and see if the bond market starts breaking down more or starts coming back up. If the bond market starts coming down, it's going to put pressure on the stock market, especially blue chips and tech. If it starts coming up, which it may today, we may be okay. But right now it's down almost a full basis point. Volatility is looking good, and I like how volatility didn't take out the high yesterday. That was very important, even though the market did. Now, I want to see the volatility take the low off today. All right? Yes, it'll be recorded, Steve. Right here. I think it'll be recorded. You know what? I don't know, Steve. I don't know if they're going to record the one tomorrow. I know the one Wednesday will be recorded. Okay? So be careful. Watch for volatility. And the biggest thing is if we go above the high or below the low of the previous day, which is right here. And that level is 2614 and 2348. Okay? All right. Now, let's just quickly look at the mega caps just to see how they're looking real quick. And then I still have a few minutes, and then I'll get into the stocks. Below the 8-day EMA, be very, very careful. Please don't be foolish. Please don't go buying anything here. Please, it's just wait for it to come. If it hasn't taken out the 8-day EMA already 2 times. Look at what happened every time it's around here. It just comes up here and it comes down. It's in a downtrend. Nothing politically changed here, okay? So I'm anticipating possibly more downside here, okay? Let's look at Microsoft. Please don't go buying mega caps below the 200-day moving average, below the 8-day. No. How about NVIDIA? Let's look at NVIDIA, which we already looked at earlier. It's the only one that's looking halfway decent, but the problem is we're in a downwards channel. And even if we come up here and we have one, two, three, four, five, 6 layers of resistance here. But even if we come here, we're still in a downtrend. Today we have the consumer sentiment report. All right, let's continue. So NVIDIA is the only one. What about Meta? Let's take a look at Meta. I haven't looked at Meta for a day or so. Yeah, pinched between. How about Netflix? There you go, Richard. Yeah. Um, consolidation. We may be just consolidating on Netflix for a little while. Maybe a good iron condor time for the weekend. We'll see. All right, let me start giving you stocks. So first off, Roger, should we be buying stocks right now? Well, let me show you guys something. Look at how many stocks are making a 50-day high right now. Do you see this number? Let me blow it up for you. Do you see this number? Gold stock, VRTX, that's on my list, and TTE, which is on my list. How about 52-week highs? Gold, utilities, gold. Okay. How about 20-week highs? One gold stock. How about 90-day highs? This consolidation here on silver, gold. That's a good one, Swizzle Sniper. I like that one. That was good. Okay. How about 90-day raw? Okay, maybe inverse ETF. Not good. Telling you to short basically QQQ. Silver, gold, inverse S&P, gold, inverse SPY, gold, inverse S&P, gold. Here's the junior miners, by the way. They're looking fantastic. Russell 2000 inverse, gold, QQQ short, silver, gold, utilities, gold. Inverse. Yes, Steve, we, my friend, are definitely in a bear market. And by the way, for the record, last month, we were still in a neutral market. Last week, we were at 40%. Yesterday, we were at 35%. Today, we're at 32%. Folks, there is only 58% of stocks are trading below the 200-day moving average. Roger, I'm going to buy. What are you going to buy? What are you going to buy? You're not going to buy anything. You're going to sit down and be quiet. That's what you're going to do, okay? You're not going to be buying anything. Please don't go buying anything, okay? All right? That's not how I do it, Regendron. I do it by the percentages of stocks trading below the 200-day moving average. Anytime you have less than 50% of stocks trading below the 200-day moving average, you are in a bear market. And that's economics 101. Now, we have 68% of stocks trading below the 200-day moving average now. RJ says the Dandom snowstorm hasn't blown yesterday. Yeah, day trading is fine. Day trading is not position trading. But do you see the point here? Do you see that there's no stocks? I just showed you all large cap stocks that are between $10,000 and $5,000 that have a volume of 300,000 per day. That's very, very little and are not ETFs. There are no breakout stocks. So now, what about breakdown stocks? Oy vey, let me show you. 658. This is what we have to overcome today to get into a bullish phase. 658. Making a 90-day breakdown. How many are making a 52-week breakdown? 191 are making a 1-year low. We'll talk about that in a second, Larry. So let me give you stocks that I'm liking to the short side first. USB. Folks, please, please. I know there's a lot of guys out there they haven't been around as long as I have, and they're going to start trying to get you to buy stocks that are selling at a great discount right now. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. Up till this point, everything they've been telling you has been wrong. Well, how do I know that? Well, because there's 7 stocks making 90-day highs. There's no way you could be making money to the upside right now. It's impossible. It's a mathematic impossibility because you have no stocks going up. You only have stocks going down or just staying the same. So you can't be making money to the upside. So far, all of you who've been taking advice from folks who've been telling you to buy, you've all been losing money. And that's a mathematical certainty. So please, if you don't, please listen to me. Please listen to me. I'm going to tell you the same thing I've been saying for several days. What I believe is going to happen is this. We're going to go up to the 8-day EMA or maybe even to the 200-day EMA, and we're going to start turning right around. So if you want to buy stocks in a very short term against a major trend, God bless you. I don't recommend doing that. I don't recommend you start walking when there's a 90-mile-per-hour wind going in your face. Okay? No, of course not, Michael, but we have certain indicators like capitulations. We don't have capitulations, but we do have statistics. And statistically, when you have a run like this, it continues till you have a capitulation. But you can buy and hold small amount of shares for, of course, I'm not talking about long term. RJ, this is for people who want to learn how to trade, not invest. If you want to invest, don't listen to anything I say. Don't listen to a word that comes out of my mouth if you're an investor, only if you're a trader. You could do whatever you want if you're an investor. This is not for investors. This is for traders. Like, up to 10-day hold, that kind of stuff. Okay, just FYI. So let me give you stocks that I like to the downside. Coinbase. DLR. VST. Don't do VST right now. Forget VST. VST has to be below 115. No VST. CF. Yeah, very windy. This stock can come back down again. CF. HPE. Notice, couldn't defend this gap at all. Zero. Couldn't even try. Mara. Carla says, why am I in 5 long stock trades from your program? How long have you been in those stocks, Carla? How long have you been in those stocks, Carla? Tell me. Give me the dates, Carla. Give me the dates. Sustained wins in New Mexico. Good. You'll find the majority of those stocks, Carla, that you're holding from before the market broke. Look, Carla, let me show you something. Haven't heard much from you lately, Carla. How have you been doing? See, Carla, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Before this, the market was in a sideways structure. Have you been holding those stocks for you've been holding 5 stocks for about a week, Carla? Really? Folks, I've given 2 new stocks in the last 3 weeks. Carla, I've only given 3 new alerts. I know it's bad because you're not paying attention. You got to pay attention, Carla. You got to pay attention. And you got to be honest. I've only given 2 new alerts in the last 2 weeks. Two or three new alerts in the last 3 weeks. Yes, I know I'm correct, Eagle Beagle. Folks who are in all of my programs, how many alerts have I given you in the last 3 weeks in all of my programs? Directional trades. You guys know. You guys are in all of my programs. Yeah. Carla, if you took 5 trades in the last week, you haven't been taking my programs, or you're not being 100% accurate because I've only issued 2 or 3 trades in the last couple of weeks. And I'm assuming you're talking about my swing trading programs because in the trading pit, we haven't had a loser since January. It's been dry. Yes, it's been dry. Do you have an option program? Does the Pope wear a funny hat? Of course, David. Yeah, haven't had any directional trades. Yeah. You said you opened them a week ago, Carla. You said you opened them a week ago, right here. Carla, be careful what you write because we actually write things down, and here's what you wrote, Carla. Right there. That's you saying about a week. So you couldn't have been holding 5 stocks for a week because we've only given 2 or 3 trades in the last 3 weeks. And as I mentioned, you might be holding stocks from when we were here, but you're not holding too many stocks from right here, Carla. Yep, exactly. 3, exactly. No, not pit trades. I know. We're talking about swing trades. See, yes, 3. So Carla, how are you holding 5? How are you holding 5 trades from the last week when I've given 3 trades in the last 3 weeks? I love you. I love you guys. This guy's trying to hedge tariffs on unknown. She's trading 5 stocks when I've only given 3 in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I love you guys. You guys are fantastic. So let's now continue. All I ask is for people to be accurate here. All I ask for is for accuracy. That's all I ask for. Exactly, Carlos. Right. A line, stealth surge, and a cash flow, which is not which was a short. Exactly. 3 stocks in the last 3 weeks. 3. Yes. No, she said in the last week. 5 trades in the last week. She said it. 5 trades in the last week. Look at this stock, guys. This is a beauty. This is a beauty. This is such a beautiful stock. Did anybody short this stock along the way since we've been talking about it? Carla, you said open trades. Microsoft is not an open trade. Please don't argue with me, Carla. Folks, I'm gonna tell you guys something. In the last 2 or 3 weeks here, actually the last couple of weeks, I've noticed that people have been getting very like combative and very argumentative. I don't know if it's the time change. I don't know if it's the market. I don't know if it's the economy. But folks, you need to chill the F out. You need to chill out. Okay? You need to chill out. Please. Please chill out. Carla, dear, when did we initiate micro? Okay, watch this. Carla, this will be the last thing I ask you. When did we initiate Microsoft? When did we initiate Microsoft, Carla? You know, the one you got assigned? When did we initiate Microsoft? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody tell me when we initiated Microsoft? That's all I want to know, and I'll move on. I have a lot of stocks to give you. Yes, they've been jumping on my back lately. Can you guys tell me when we, in weekly cash flow, when did we initiate Microsoft? February 20th. Carla, dear? February 20th. February 20th, Carla. Carla, I'm going to say again the same thing that I said 15 minutes ago before you started this whole thing and wasted our time. I have not initiated any trades beyond 3 trades since this started. 3 trades in all of our programs since we started. Carla says, no, I've taken 5 trades in the last week, and now she says she's closed Microsoft, which was the 4th trade. Microsoft was initiated right here, Carla. Carla, please stop. Please stop, Carla. I'm begging you. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Okay? Thank you. Now I'm going to give you my long stocks. Please stop discrediting yourself. That's all. Just don't do it. Please stop. Um, I want to wait till we're at the 8-day EMA right here. I think so, Edward. I think so. I think people are losing money and just they're frustrated. They don't know what to do. They want to argue. Um, Carla was doing this a couple. Carla does this all the time, but that's okay. So I would wait till we're at the 8-day EAA. So Carla, when did we initiate Microsoft? In the last week? No. Before, what did I say? I haven't been putting on any trades since this started. I put on 3 trades. 3 trades. Instead of putting 9 trades, I've put on 3 trades. One is an income trade, which is non-directional. That's what I have done. So please don't argue with me, Carla. I'm begging you. All right, next one, VRTX. Everybody wants to argue. It's been like something's in the water the last few weeks. Like I say red, people say black. I say black, people say red. It's amazing. Right here. Yes, exactly. I can't in the morning, Eagle Beagle, I can't close it in YouTube. Right here. Nice pharmaceutical stock. TTE, TTE up to the 200-day moving average. Up to the 200-day moving average. Okay? Yes. And last is ED. We end today's show with ED. It's all right, Eagle Beagle. It's all good. It's all good. So let's review. Let's review. Okay? Let's review. Let's do a little review. And then I got to get out of here. You're going to be watching the highs and the lows today. It's more. Don't worry about the lows. Worry about the highs. I want to see. I want to see how. I want to see how the levels of the high hold today and whether we bust down fast or not. Okay. I want to look at volatility. I want to look for volatility. And I want to see VIX breaks the low, which is at 23.29. Okay? Very, very important. And most importantly, I want to see this right here, 658. 658. Yeah, the market needs Viagra right now, right? I want to see this number precipitously move lower. Yes, I said precipitously move lower. I'm going to be updating you guys today like a bat, like a rabid dog, okay? As I've been doing. Do you guys like my updates on my Telegram channel intraday? Does that keep you out of trouble? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Just let me know, please. If there's any questions, let me know if there's any questions before I go. Let me give you some links. Here's the red carpet event for tomorrow. We're going to do it sneakily. Here is the VIP room. Link. Hey, Brian. You love the updates. Good. And here is VIP room live. All right. Now, a few notes for people like Carla and Michael. Folks, please stop taking out your aggressions on me. Michael, the trade alert for A-Line 2 days ago at 4:03, it wasn't an alert. It was an update. Okay? The exit on the Etsy trade in the pit, it had a ticker symbol. And the note that you wrote on my page yesterday, on my YouTube page, that the video doesn't work, it worked for 1,400 people. So Michael, please take it easy. Take it easy. Carla, Please take it easy. I said I haven't taken any trades, and you said 5 trades, and we have not taken 5 trades in the last week. Okay. Trades that you're offsetting that were opened when the market was making a new high don't count. Folks, I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic day. And please stop messing around. All right. And if you have any questions, I have a perfectly good email address. Carla, please email me. I'll respond to you within 20 minutes. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye. Be careful today, guys. It's Friday. Momentum usually ends after 2 o'clock, and we got to be very careful. We may have a consolidation day. Watch how the market reacts near all-time highs, and I will keep